What's up, guys? Runners need strong legs, and that's exactly what we're talking about today. We're gonna get into this killer leg strength training workout for runners, getting into some step-ups and some split squats. All right, so we are at Midline Studios in San Francisco. We got Holly in front of the camera. She is gonna be walking us through and helping walk us through these two key exercises, this step up, and then in a second we're getting into our split squat, which are two great exercises that all runners need to do for building strength in our hips, our hamstrings, our quads for a nice powerful stride, and also to minimize all those little wiggles that come out when we start to see our run mechanics deteriorate and we start to get injured. Neither of us want to do that. So we're going to get into the step up, and we have two different heights for our step up. Holly's holding her dumbbells just simply down by her side. We'll talk about how we could scale this by taking the dumbbells away. But the first thing she's going to do is she's going to plant that right foot up there, and we're just going to leave that right foot on top of the box, and she's just going to do a couple step ups for us. She's going to shift her weight up, and then she's going to go back down. And we'll actually leave that right foot up there the whole time. So she's going to go up on the left, and then her left foot's going to drop back down right there. That's just a little thing that I like to do, but it's certainly not wrong to do it the other way. Now, one of the things that we're going to try to avoid with this step up is a major push off the back leg. So what she's actually going to do is shift her weight into this right leg, and all that work is going to go from there, and then she's going to come back down in a nice control manner. Can you show us a push off, Holly? Big push. Good. So it feels really good, but all of a sudden that back leg is doing a whole lot of the work, and just for this we want to minimize that. Now, the other thing she's doing is notice that when she shifts her weight into that right leg, she's actually pulling her hips back a little bit, and she's hinging over just a little bit at the waist. And what that allows her to do is load her hamstrings and her hips up a little bit more, because otherwise what happens if she doesn't is that her knee shoots forward, right? Can you shoot that knee forward? And the knee shoots forward again on the way down, and it gets to be this kind of ugly knee forward squats. We want to minimize that. So hips back, shifting her weight into that right leg, pressing up from there, and then coming back down. And this is, the small box we like to start with just in the beginning. If that's not too bad, hey, let's go over to the bigger box. We can go ahead and do the same thing with the other side. Shazam, shifting her weight. All of a sudden, this gets a little bit harder, especially with those weights. So guys, there's two ways we can make the step-ups harder. We can increase the height of the box, we can increase the weight of the dumbbells, or we could do a combination of both. All right, so exercise number 2 is going to be our split squat, technically our Bulgarian split squat. Hey, whenever we get the East Europeans involved, there's always something serious happening with our strength training. Now, if we think about what we just did with our step up, we had a basic lunge where the front foot was elevated. Now what we're doing is we're taking our basic lunge, and now we're elevating the back foot. So now the back foot is up here. And what Holly's going to do, holding her dumbbells just by her side, if you've never done this before, it's nice to start with no weight. She's going to work on dropping down on that back leg so that, once again, her front shin is nice and vertical, and she comes back up. And she can just do a few back and forth here. And then I'm actually going to have her switch and do the other sides just so you can see her go from one side to the other. It's always a little awkward. Now, notice how far away her foot is from the base of the box. And that gives her a little bit more room to go down, because what happens is that if her foot's too close to the box, usually what starts to happen is it gets a little awkward. Her knee starts to shoot way forward, which again, we want to avoid just like the step up. Now, the other thing, once again, let's look at her upper body. As she goes down in that squat, to keep her shin vertical and her back nice and straight, she actually hinges forward a little bit at the waist, just a little bit. But notice she's not rounding through the back or do anything crazy. And then if I were to kind of shoot to the front, she still has a nice little bit of stagger in her legs, the same thing with that lunge or step up, so that she has some balance. If her feet are on like a white line, she's walking a tightrope, this thing gets very hard, but if she has her feet a little bit staggered, that helps out a little bit. Abs are tight, hips are square, she's going back up and down, getting hella strong for those run workouts. So guys, with our step-ups and our Bulgarian split squats, we're gonna do 5 sets of 5 to 8 repetitions per leg. So 5 step-ups or 5 to 8 step-ups on the left, 5 to 8 step-ups on the right, and then I'm gonna do my split squats. And if you feel so compelled, you could actually add another movement in there, some push-ups, a shoulder press, a pull-up, a little core exercise, but you could easily just kind of go back and forth with those two. Give yourself a little rest in between, make sure that the quality is high. And as I say, the way we make this thing harder, we go higher up on the box, we grab a heavier set of dumbbells, we move and minimize that push off the back leg. If you add a workout in like this, maybe twice a week with your running, it's really gonna make a difference in terms of your resiliency, your hip stability and strength, and your running power. Guys, one more thing, if you like this video, go ahead and let me know, hit that like button down below. Any comments or questions or what we talked about today, future requests for other exercises you wanna see, definitely hit us up in the comments. If you wanna be a stronger runner, you want to be a more injury-proof runner, you want to step up your run game and run to that next level, all you need to do is subscribe to the Run Experience. We got so much great stuff coming your way every single week. And finally, we've got a free strength training gift for you if you want to get more body weight strength programs delivered just to you, as along with some great mobility and injury prevention work. All you need to do is click this link in this video. If you just happen to be on a mobile device, click this link down in the description. Once you're there, all you need to do is enter your name and your email, and I'll be able to personally send you that 2 weeks of strength training. Once again, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next video.